Hello students, now we are going to start new topic, that is ninth topic, current electricity, in which we see some terms: junction, loop and branch. What is meant by junction? A junction is the point where number of conductors come together. Suppose point P where 3 number of conductors are come together to form a junction. Now loop. Loop means any closed conducting path in an electrical network. Suppose a conductor is connected like this. Two ends of conductor come together to form a closed loop. Branch. A branch is any part of network that lies in between two junctions. In this circuit diagram, there are two junctions C, A and B, and there are 3 loops between these two junctions. This is loop 1, this is second loop, and this is the third loop of the network. Now we are going to start Kirchhoff's laws of electrical network. There are two different laws of Kirchhoff's for an electrical circuit, first and second law. So Kirchhoff's first law is also called as current law or junction law. Statement for Kirchhoff's first law is: the algebraic sum of the currents at a junction is 0 in an electrical network. Means sum of electric current arriving or leaving at the junction is always 0. See this diagram in which junction P, where number of currents, electric current arrives and number of electric current goes away from junction. So we have to sum, we have to take algebraic sum. Consider their directions also. Therefore, in general, according to statement, mathematically we can state Kirchhoff's first law: sigma over I is equal to 1 to n over I suffix I is equal to 0. Means algebraic sum of electric current is equal to 0, where this I suffix I is the current in the ith conductor at a junction having n number of conductors. Okay. For this algebraic addition, we have to know some sign conventions about electric currents based on their directions. First is the current arriving at a junction are considered as positive. Means the currents which are come towards the junction are to be considered as positive, where the current which goes away from the junction are considered as negative. See this diagram. From this diagram, the arriving current are I1, I3 and I4. Therefore, I1, I3, I4 are considered as positive, whereas I2, I5, I6 are considered as negative. Therefore, by using Kirchhoff's first law, we have taken algebraic addition. I1 plus I2 plus I3 I1 plus I3 plus I4, I1 plus I3 plus I4 and minus I2 plus I5 and I6. All these taken in a single bracket and negative sign is common. Therefore, we can write this term is equal to this. Means all these currents are arriving towards the junction, and all these currents are leaving the junction. Okay, so we can say that sum of arriving currents is equal to sum of leaving current, okay, to the junction. Thus this was about the Kirchhoff's first law, and now we are going to see Kirchhoff's second law, that is also called as voltage law. Statement for this is the algebraic sum of potential difference, means product of current and resistance, and the electromotive force, that is EMFs, in a closed loop is 0. Means sum of potential difference means product of I and R plus electromotive force means epsilon. Okay, thus mathematically we can write statement as sigma IR plus sigma epsilon is equal to 0. Equation 1, suppose. For these sign conventions, while tracing first convention, while tracing a loop through a resistor, if we are tracing loop along the direction of conventional current, the potential difference across the resistance is considered negative. What is mean by this? To clear first convention, see this circuit diagram. Consider first loop A, B, F, G, A. Okay. In this loop, the direction, this shows the direction of loop. Okay. That is in clockwise direction. Now the loop is traced along this direction. So see, to apply second law of A to B, resistance is this R1 and this current is along the direction of loop, or loop is along the direction of current. Therefore, the potential difference means product of current and resistance, that is I1 into R1, is to be taken as negative, minus I1 R1. Okay, is that clear? Now if we trace loop B to F, okay, means along the direction of current. So the potential difference across this resistance, that is I3, I5, is also taken as negative. And here also potential difference is taken as negative because loop is tracing along the direction of current. Similarly, if we trace the loop AGFBA, suppose, then in anti-clockwise direction, then the potential difference is taken as negative because loop is opposite to the direction of current. Okay. Thus, the second convention is, if the loop is traced against the direction of the conventional current, potential difference across that resistor is considered as positive. Okay. So here we have to take potential difference positive because it is opposite to the direction of loop. Now about EMF. The EMF of an electrical source is considered as positive when the loop is traced from negative terminal of source to the positive terminal of the source. What is mean by this? See this same loop ABFGA. Okay. Now we have to trace loop for EMF. Okay. And loop is in clockwise direction. So see, this is the direction of loop and we have to trace EMF. Okay. So the source is, or loop is traced from negative to positive terminal of source, negative to positive, okay, along this direction. So we have to take the EMF E1 as positive. Okay, if we trace loop in anti-clockwise direction, okay, opposite to this loop, then the loop is traced from positive to negative. Then we have to take this EMF epsilon 1 as negative. Okay. So here EMF is taken as negative when the loop is traced from positive terminal to negative terminal of the source. Okay. So to get a clear idea of second law, see this circuit diagram. Now consider loop ABFGA. Okay, and applying second law, we get, according to second law, I minus I1 R1 minus I3 R5 minus I1 I3 plus epsilon 1 is equal to 0. Okay, we have taken all the negative terms in a bracket and taken negative sign as common, and here we have kept plus epsilon 1 as it is, and we can transfer this term towards this side, so we get epsilon 1 is equal to this. Now applying Kirchhoff's second law to the loop BCDFB. Okay, now the loop is traced in anti-clockwise direction. So see, this loop is like this and along the direction of current. Okay, along the direction of current. So potential difference I2 into R2 is taken as negative. Okay, I2 minus I2 R2. Similarly, potential difference I3 R5 is also taken as negative because loop is along the direction of current. So minus I3 R5. Similarly, I2 into R4, it is along also the current. Loop is along the direction of current. So minus I2 R5. I2 R5 minus I2 R5. And here epsilon 2, source or the battery or cell. Loop is traced from negative to positive terminal of source. So the epsilon 2 is also taken as positive. See here. Thus we have taken all the negative terms in a bracket and taken negative sign as common plus epsilon 2, and we can write epsilon 2 is equal to I2 R2 plus I3 R5 plus I2 R4. So this was about the Kirchhoff's laws of electrical network. So thank you students.